Guys, welcome to part 1 of making the interactive birthday card as you've seen from lesson 18. This is in code.org. I showed you it on last videos, so you can go check it out. So part 1 of the creating it is going to be the sprites. The sprites are basically the objects and animals slash things you use to create your card. So think about this. What do you want on a birthday card? What do you want to have? I want to have present, balloons, that's optional, balloons, and a cake. And text, of course, but that's going to be on a future tutorial. Alright, so this part 1 is going to be laying out your background. So, we're basically going to choose our background color, and we're basically going to go with that. You can change it. Alright, so this lesson is going to be about background color. So, we're going to first, if you go to drawing, this is where you get all the fill color, stroke color, rectangle, ellipses, shapes, and colors. If you look here, this is a draw loop. This is where everything runs when you draw it. So background color, we're going to take this and drag it inside the draw loop. And it says here background white. That's kind of boring. Let's change it to something like blue. That's a nice one. Let's go with that. You can do any color you want, or you can even upload images. And that's your background. Now, let's actually get to some of the sprites. If you see variable sprite here, right now I have no, So, let me delete this. Alright, we don't need these sprites. Let's click new animation. This will give you new sprites. Now look, you got a lot of options. Food, fantasy, faces, animals, objects, backgrounds. You can even choose backgrounds here. But here, I want something birthday related. So let's see if they have a present. And look, they do. So I'm going to click that. I'm going to click done. And I want to label it. Remember, you cannot start it with a number. So let's name it present 1. Let's just name it present 1. Alright, so this is our present. Now, how do you make this sprite appear? Well, we're going to put variable. Now, let's just write present. We don't need to type our entire variable name. That's where the name goes, and this is where the position is, X and Y. 200 is the complete middle of the screen. And by the way, now let's go to sprites. And this sprite will set the animation. So we're going to write present here, the same thing we wrote. And we want to set the animation to whatever sprites you want. Look, we have present here. It's our only sprite right now. And now, importantly, you have to put the draw sprites block. Any sprite you put, you have to put a draw sprites block. Otherwise, see, it showed. If we remove that block, it won't show the sprite. It won't appear. Now, this present is way too big. So we're going to go to sprites. You can control the X and Y, the scale, the height, whatever, visible, rotation, anything. I want to scale the sprite. So I'm going to go here and put present, scale. Let's say something like 0.25. That's a bit small. Let's do 0.35. Alright, there we go. So now we got our sprite and we got where we wanted it to be. Okay? Now, let's add a few more sprites. Let's actually set the Y position to be bigger. We want it to be more up on the screen. So the Y has to be lower. As you see down here where it's moving. So let's say this Y is 150. There. That looks good. And now, let's go get our next ones. You can even upload images. So I'm going to put cake. Do they have cake? They have shortcake. All right, and I want a cupcake. Yes, they have it. Oh. All right, cupcake. Now we're gonna click done and select it. And it's already named for us, so I'm not gonna name it. Let's also put another one. Let's put shortcake. There, look, they have it. Now let's define these sprites. So we're gonna go here and get the variable sprite block. And let's say a variable cake. Or it's a cupcake specifically. And see, right now it's a gray square because you didn't set the animation to what you wanted it to be. So it doesn't know what sprite you're trying to pick. So let's do that. We're going to do cupcake and set animation cupcake 1. And let's make it small before it gets way too big. So cupcake scale, let's make it 0.2. And look, it's there. I mean, let's make it like 0.35 or something. Alright, like that. Okay, now let's put it somewhere here. I'll put it at 90 to 95. Let's try that. So 90 is the X and 295 for the Y. There! I want it to be there. Let me shrink this a bit more. Let's put 0.3. Perfect. Now, let's do the other one. So variable sprite. This one, let's do slice of cake. Now let's make it somewhere here. Let's make it at the same X position, same Y position, but a different X position. So I want this to be 295, but let's put this at 200. Or let's try 295 will be good. Now we gotta do sprite, or in this case, it's slice of cake. And here's the thing. If you name your variables long, it's kind of hard to keep track. So keep it short and simple. Shortcake. There. Now I need to put the scale. Slice of cake. Oop. Not clike of cake. Slice of cake scale. Let's say 0.29. There. You can add balloons. That's optional by using lines and putting ellipses at the size you want. Now that we got our cakes, so that's how you basically put your background. And of course, I can even change this to whatever color I want. I'll keep blue for this video. And we got some of our sprites. In the next video, we will add more sprites. And then here, we will also show you other properties, like how to make sprites disappear, reappear, and then how to make sprites rotate, move, or shake. That is going to be in our next tutorial. And thanks for watching, and see you next time.